can't say that was the debut we were hoping for.
I don't know what happened out there. I wanted to make a name for myself based on my own talent.
And you decided to do something showy, took your eyes off of what was happening, and let Charlotte blindside you.
I'm sorry. I won't let it happen again. I got carried away.
You did. Remember, you're here because you're good, and you could be great. I wouldn't have any patience for Justine's brat, no-talent niece. But don't expect everything to come all at once. You could have gone out there and had a solid match, and that would have been enough, win or lose. But you bit off more than you could chew.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm a WWE legend. I'll do my best at damage control. You're already off to a rough start with management. They weren't thrilled that you decided against wearing the tribute gear. Although maybe I can spin that, since it wasn't exactly the performance they would have wanted to be associated with Justine's legacy. Actually worked out for the best.
Nope. They'll just associate it with little old me. I've already seen the chatter on social media.
Great. You're worried about social media at a time like this? Get your head in the game. I'll see you at SmackDown, and we'll take it from there.
Did you hear that pop?
What? The sound of my ankle popping or my career imploding?
Oh, how is that ankle? Or more importantly, how's that ego?
Ankle's okay. Ego? That's another story.
You really went for it out there, huh? Didn't hold back?
I'm the niece of one of the most venerated WWE legends of all time. I needed to make my own mark and stand out. I still do.
You need to take your time and not overthink this. But you're still learning, and regardless, Charlotte acted out of line. If I was medically cleared for in-ring action, I would put the Queen in her place.
Believe me, I'm mad about it. But I'm not sure that Charlotte did anything you wouldn't have done.
Nah, but one of the perks of having a career-ending injury is getting to apply unrealistic standards on the next generation. Why do you think I liked training you so much?
Right.
Listen, I don't want to leave if you need to talk, but I got word that WWE management wants to chat before we head out. Something about the buzz online, whatever that means. You okay?
I'm not, but I will be. No one ever said this would be easy. Just gotta work out the kinks.
That's my girl. I'll find you in a bit.
What was that about? I like to show off as much as the next person, but that was embarrassing.
Don't talk to me like that. You certainly don't always have a perfect night.
I'll talk to you how I want right now. You just spoiled the match for all of us. Don't expect this to blow over with the SmackDown women's locker room. The Raw women are gonna rub this loss in our faces for a long time.
But what people forget is that for someone to win, someone else has to lose.
It is better to win, though.
Of course. Actually, speaking of winning, I have a few developments that Ruthless Digressions listeners will be thrilled to hear about.
Oh, care to share with those listeners or your co-host?
Like I told my niece at Survivor Series, patience, Robin, patience.
Hey! Welcome to SmackDown.
Thanks. You know, after what Liv said at Survivor Series, I wasn't sure if I'd be getting the warmest welcome today.
Oh, you won't be. But I have a different perspective than the rest of the girls. In fact, I'm actually usually pretty rude to the newbies because, well, I don't want them coming for my SmackDown Women's Championship. But I don't have to worry about you at all.
But I plan on coming for that championship.
Oh my goodness, you're hilarious! After your huge mistake in the Survivor Series match, I know that must have been a joke. I don't have to be rude to you at all. We can be friends.
I think we're done here. So, I know I didn't exactly get the best start, but I've got my head on straight now and I'm ready to go.
That's great to hear.
What do you have for me tonight?
Now here's something that's less great to hear. WWE management thinks that after everything that's happened, we should take a beat before we put the spotlight back on you.
Don't worry. I took your advice to heart. I'm okay with starting small, out of the spotlight. I'm not expecting to main event right away.
Good, because you won't be. I'm going to level with you. Backstage sentiment is not good right now. You may be a SmackDown superstar, but you've got an uphill battle if you actually want to be on the show.
So my match tonight is...
Non-existent.
Ah. What can I do? I don't want to just sit in catering.
No one does. But this will all blow over. My advice until then? Find some way to make an impact. Be so good in the ring that they can't deny you.
How am I supposed to do that if I can't get a match?
I said I couldn't get you a match on SmackDown. There are other opportunities to wrestle. Actually, I can pull some strings and get you on main event. You'll need to find an opponent, though. Most of the roster is pretty busy with commitments on SmackDown, and I don't have time to play matchmaker.
Pretty busy or pretty mad at me, from the sound of it.
Yeah, I may have heard those rumblings. Although, have you met Ava Moreno yet? She's pretty new to SmackDown too, and also would have something to gain with a good showing on main event.
We've met. I'm not sure she wants to work with me.
Neither of you have to work with anyone. You just have to show up and fight each other. Get her to agree to that, and I'll set up the match. If there's some sort of beef between you two, lean into it. No one said the match had to be friendly.
Well, if it isn't little Justine, I would say I'm sorry how your big debut turned out, but I don't like to lie. What do you want?
What do I want? I just feel like maybe we got off on the wrong foot at Survivor Series. Tensions were high. I probably unintentionally insulted you. I just want to make amends. I bet we have more in common than you think. Needs, goals, that sort of thing.
You must really need something.
I was hoping we could help each other.
Molly says she can get me a match on main event if I can find an opponent.
After everything you said at Survivor Series, I thought of you. Are you interested?
Sure.
Great. That was actually easier than I thought.
Oh, but let me be clear. I want a match on main event, but not one against you. I want to make an impact here in WWE and make my matches count. It doesn't help me at all to defeat some jobber.
What did you just call me?
If I wasn't perfectly clear at Survivor Series, I like people who've come up the right way and paid their dues. Not nieces who get handed special treatment because of what family they're a part of. And if that wasn't enough, I certainly don't like you after you proved me right and made a mess of things.
Regardless of what you think of me, I don't see how just sitting around and complaining is going to change anything.
I know as well as you do that no one else in the locker room is gonna help you. You want a match with me? Prove that you have what it takes when you have to work for an opportunity. Pay some dues and stop waltzing around expecting special treatment.
I don't waltz.
We can agree to disagree, LJ.
I've got some good news for you.
You've actually got a match for me this week?
Actually, yes.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that kind of good news. Thank you.
I should clarify. It's not on SmackDown, but at a non-televised live event. Dana Brooke was supposed to have a match, but she did one too many handsprings, sprained her wrist, and can't compete this weekend.
A match is a match, and if it helps me win a little favor around here to step up, count me in.
Winning the match would help you gain even more favor.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from New York, the Superstar. Staten Island, New York, the most beautiful woman in all of WWE, Carmella!
Hey, what's up? I was actually hoping to see you around here.
You were?
Yeah, I loved watching old clips of your aunt on the network when I was growing up, but it was so cool when you debuted at Survivor Series and made it your own. I'm all about that.
Would have been cooler to win. What are you doing at SmackDown? NXT 2.0 doesn't take up enough of your time?
Just doing some photo shoots and a little press. Honestly, it's been nice to be backstage at a show where I don't have to keep a lookout for toxic attraction. Not that I can't stand up for myself, but it's exhausting.
Want some help?
If you're offering, yeah. Honestly, I think they're just jealous. They may be hot and talented, but they could never do what I do. For one, they'd fall off the skateboard. You don't mind coming to NXT 2.0?
100%, I'm there. Maybe I'll even add some more color to my ring gear for the occasion.
Awesome!
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from New York, the Superstar. And her partner from Chicago, Illinois, Cora Jade. Gigi Dolan and JCJ Toxic Attraction.